Oh, yeah. You already know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. We got a great one for you tonight, so let's go. Y'all want to hear a little bedtime story? Let's go. Once upon a time in Walt Disneyland, there was 4 people who had joined the clan. Bob Iger, Jar Jar Abrams, Kathleen Kennedy, and Ryan Johnson. They all looked around and said, "What up, son? And what can we do to be the number one?" Then they saw George Lucas selling his franchise. They walked around with dollar signs in their eyes. It's not a surprise Kathleen told the lie that George Lucas was the one she idolized. George Lucas didn't know what he was in for as he was listening to the words of that whore. He signed on the dotted line, there was no more things to say as he was shown out the door. Now Kathleen Kennedy is the head bitch of Lucasfilm, and they gon' get filthy rich. But still back in the Walt Disneyland, Bob Iger, as you know, was still the man. He told Kathleen, "Yo, you best understand, I run the shit and you're under my command." Kathleen, of course, had nothing to say, cause Bob Iger is beyond a pay grade. She knew that this was the games people play. All she had to do was stay the fuck out his way. Now she's sitting comfortably on the phone. She called Jar Jar Abrams on the telephone. "What's up, Jar Jar? I need you to come through. I got a little sweet proposition for you." When he got there, she laid the whole plan down. It was so simple, but yet so profound. Her agenda was use nostalgia to create the social justice warriors. Then feminism would rule behind that. There was no way for man to come back. Jar Jar, the pajama boy that he was, he looked at Kathleen and said, "I'm in love with the way that you run this whole shit. Yeah, count me in, cause I'm your bottom bitch." Then he went and made The Force Awakens. The movie made over 1 billion. The toys was making so much on its own. That's the kind of shit that keeps her ass on the throne. They were celebrating hard, world that they own. Bring! Bob Iger's on the phone. Yep, now it's back to reality for both Jar Jar and Kathleen Kennedy. Bob Iger said, "Yeah, I like what I see. All that money coming over to Disney. Is there a way we can make more than that?" She said, "I got a plan and it's right and exact. It's called The Last Jedi by Ryan Johnson. His story alone will keep us number one." Bob said, "Don't fail me, girlfriend, cause if you do, your ass will be out so fast your head will spin." She said, "I don't have a worry in the world. Social justice warriors, feminism for the girls. We don't need male fans, we'll leave them behind. The women in his movie will make us all shine." Now we come to the part of the tale where we see the last Jedi fail. Many hate it, and that was no lie. The women was trash, but so was the guys. The plot was dumb and no one had fun. And after week 2, it wasn't number 1. They didn't even make half the money they won. All behind Ryan Johnson's little stunt of going against the grain that was so lame. The money's all gone, and all that remains is the pain that the fans, no doubt. We want Kathleen Kennedy fucking out. Beta male Ryan Johnson gets no love. At the end of the day, he's a fucking scrub. Jar Jar begged Bob to give him a chance to bring it all home, and he can be the champ. Damage was done, too little too late. The failure of Solo had now sealed the fate of everyone involved who now lost their job. Nothing was corrected, nothing was solved. And what about the queen that we call Kathleen? She was summoned to Disney to face the reckoning. She had to step down without a second thought. This, of course, was the will of the Force. You can't win when you alienate the fans. You need the women, but you also need the man. You need good stories to carry out the plan, to make you successful in every known land. But there's hope for us, as you can all see, cause the head of Lucasfilm is Dave Filoni. Ha ha! Bitch! Alright, children, that's the end of my story. You may lay your head down to sleep. Pray your soul for the Lord to keep. And if you die before you wake, I hope we did all the money they take. Yo, this goes out to everybody on the front lines. Let's get it cracking. Let's stay on our job. Boycott Solo, boycott episode 9. You already know what it is. You need to see bootleg that shit. And we out. Abu Nas signing off. Ha ha.